A summer of color. On the vibrant planet of Kramara, summer was a time of vivid splendor and bustling life. Unlike most planets, summer here brought forth a kaleidoscope of colors in the skies, filling the air with excitement and wonder. But for Zia, summer meant something more, a longing for connection amidst the liveliness. Zia was no ordinary girl. She was a seeker of beauty in a world that thrived on it. With her striking turquoise hair and deep brown eyes that twinkled with curiosity, she was a beacon of life against the backdrop of her surroundings. Most residents of Kramara sported hues that blended seamlessly into the landscape, their pastel shades whispering of the serene life they led. But Zia craved more than that tranquil existence. She sought adventure and authenticity, which is why she chose to leave her cozy home on Celestia to attend art school in the bustling city of Prismera. On the first day of the most transformative summer of her life, Zia opened her pantry only to find a collection of stale snacks and uninspired canned goods. "Ugh, I need something fresh," she muttered to herself, wrinkling her nose at the thought of yet another can of bland zipper beans. Without a second thought, she slipped on her favorite pair of rain boots, grabbed her trusty umbrella, and ventured out into the colorful chaos of the city. As she stepped outside, the colorful marketplace bustled with life, vendors shouting about their wares, musicians playing lively tunes, and the scent of vibrant fruits wafting through the air. Zia loved the energy of the marketplace, but her heart sank as she realized her meager allowance wouldn't stretch far enough for the fresh produce she craved. Undeterred, she wandered through the stalls, hoping to find something that sparked her interest. While scanning the assortment of items, Zia noticed a girl struggling to keep her balance as she navigated the uneven cobblestones. The girl was drenched, her clothes clinging uncomfortably to her skin. Zia's instincts kicked in, and she rushed over. "Hey, you look like you could use some help," Zia exclaimed, holding out her umbrella for the girl to take. "Thanks, but I'm already soaked," the girl replied with a grin, shaking her head. "Come on, it's better than nothing," Zia insisted, and the girl finally accepted, stepping beneath the shelter of the umbrella. "I'm Lila," she said, her voice bright despite the downpour. "Zia," she introduced herself, intrigued by the girl's bubbly demeanor. "Where are you headed?" Lila pointed in the direction of a nearby art gallery. "Just to check out some new exhibits. The rain makes it hard to get around, but the art is worth it." "Art? Count me in," Zia said, her excitement bubbling over. "I'd love to join you." As they made their way through the colorful streets, they exchanged stories and laughter, the rain providing a soundtrack to their budding friendship. Lila, with her wild curly hair and expressive hazel eyes, was a breath of fresh air. When they arrived at the gallery, the atmosphere shifted. Inside, the colors seemed to dance along the walls, and the artwork invited them to explore deeper meanings. Zia felt a spark of inspiration as they wandered from piece to piece, sharing their thoughts and interpretations. "This one is my favorite," Zia said, gesturing to a vibrant mural that depicted two intertwined figures. "It feels so alive, like a celebration of connection." Lila stepped closer, admiring the colors. "It does. It makes me think about relationships and how they can be complex but beautiful at the same time." As the afternoon slipped into evening, they sat together on a bench outside the gallery, their conversation flowing effortlessly. "Have you always lived in Prismera?" Zia asked, leaning closer to Lila. "Not really," Lila replied, her expression turning thoughtful. I grew up in a small town on the outskirts. I moved here to pursue my passion for art too. What's it like? Zia asked, her curiosity piqued. It's peaceful but sometimes lonely, Lila confessed. I always wanted to be surrounded by creativity and inspiration, but leaving my friends behind was tough. Zia nodded, understanding the weight of Lila's words. I get that. I left Celestia to find my place in the world, but it's been a little isolating without familiar faces. Lila turned to her, a hint of mischief in her eyes. Then let's change that. You and I can explore more galleries and discover hidden art spots together. Who knows what we might find? Zia felt a rush of excitement at the prospect. I'd love that. It sounds like the perfect summer adventure. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a golden hue across the city, Zia and Lila walked side by side, laughter and dreams of shared experiences filling the air. The warmth of their connection blossomed, and for the first time in a long while, Zia felt truly understood. Over the following weeks, the art gallery became their sanctuary. They spent hours creating together, sharing brushes and colors as they painted their visions on canvases, all while exchanging stories that revealed their hopes, fears, and dreams. With each moment spent together, the bond they formed deepened, illuminating the world around them. One evening, while they were mixing paints in Zia's cozy studio, Lila turned to her, a shy smile playing on her lips. Can I ask you something? Sure, anything. Zia replied, curious. Do you ever think about who you might like? I mean romantically. Lila's gaze shifted, a slight blush coloring her cheeks. Zia paused, considering the question. Honestly, I've been so focused on my art and adjusting to this new place that I haven't thought much about it. But I suppose I like girls. She watched Lila's face closely, searching for her reaction. Lila's smile widened, relief washing over her. Me too, she admitted softly, her voice barely above a whisper. Zia's heart raced at the revelation, feeling a warmth spread through her. Really? I'm glad to hear that, she said, a genuine smile breaking across her face. As the rain pattered softly against the windows, they drew closer, the atmosphere shifting with unspoken understanding. Lila's hazel eyes sparkled, and Zia felt an electric connection as she brushed a strand of hair behind Lila's ear. Can I kiss you? Zia asked, her heart pounding. Yes, Lila breathed, her voice steady despite the flutter of her heartbeat. As they leaned in, the world outside faded away. The rain continued its gentle symphony, wrapping them in a cocoon of comfort and promise. In that moment, they knew they had found something beautiful amidst the chaos. A summer of color that would linger in their hearts long after the rains had passed. Was that what you wanted to know? Zia asked, her eyes sparkling with delight. Yes, Lila replied, beaming. And thus began their adventure, filled with art, laughter, and a bond that would withstand the tests of time. As the days turned into weeks, Zia and Lila immersed themselves in the vibrant tapestry of summer on Cromera. Their days were filled with exploration, laughter, and the joy of discovering each other's quirks and dreams. The bond they had formed deepened into something beautiful and profound, as they spent countless afternoons in the bustling marketplace and tranquil parks, soaking up the colors and creativity that surrounded them. One sun-drenched afternoon, they decided to take a trip to a hidden art district known for its vibrant street murals. Lila, her hazel eyes sparkling with excitement, insisted that Zia needed to experience it. You're going to love it, I promise, The colors are even more intense than what we've been working with. Zia was always eager to share new adventures with Lila, so she readily agreed. They set off, arms linked and laughter echoing in the air. The streets were alive with the hum of life. Artists painting on canvas, musicians strumming their guitars, and children chasing after brightly colored kites that danced in the wind. As they walked, Lila shared stories of the artists she admired, her passion igniting the air around them. There's this one mural by an artist named Juno. It's an explosion of colors, and it tells a story of resilience and hope. I can't wait for you to see it. When they finally arrived at the art district, Zia was overwhelmed by the spectacle before her. The walls were alive with breathtaking murals that told stories of love, struggle, and unity. She felt as though she had stepped into a living painting. "Look!" Lila exclaimed, pointing toward a mural that caught Zia's eye. "That one depicts a girl breaking free from chains. Isn't it incredible?" Zia nodded, mesmerized by the intricate details and the emotion woven into the artwork. "It's stunning," she replied. "The colors are so vivid. It feels like it's alive." They wandered through the alleyways, stopping to admire various pieces, laughing and chatting about their interpretations. With each mural they encountered, Zia felt her connection with Lila deepen, the layers of their friendship revealing themselves like the colorful strokes of paint before them. After a couple of hours of exploration, they stumbled upon a small, secluded courtyard adorned with potted plants and fairy lights strung overhead. The atmosphere was serene, a peaceful contrast to the bustling art district. "This place is perfect for a picnic," Lila suggested, pulling a brightly colored blanket from her bag. "Let's take a break." They settled on the grass, unpacking a small feast of fruit, snacks, and homemade sandwiches. As they ate, Zia watched Lila with admiration, the way the sunlight danced across her curls, illuminating her features. "Lila," Zia said, her voice thoughtful, "what inspires you most about art?" Lila looked up, considering the question. "I think it's the way art can express feelings that words sometimes can't capture. It connects people, tells stories, and evokes emotions. It's like a universal language." Her gaze shifted to Zia, sincerity filling her eyes. "What about you?" "I love the freedom it brings," Zia replied. "With art, I can create my own world and escape into it. It's like painting my dreams onto a canvas." They shared their thoughts and dreams, the conversation flowing effortlessly between them. Zia felt a warmth in her heart, the kind that came from truly connecting with someone on a deeper level. "Can I show you something?" Lila asked suddenly, a hint of excitement in her voice. "Of course," Zia replied, intrigued. Lila reached into her bag and pulled out a small sketchbook, its pages filled with vibrant drawings and sketches. "I've been working on this series of portraits, capturing different emotions through colors and shapes. I'd love your feedback." As Lila flipped through the pages, Zia's breath caught in her throat. Each portrait was infused with passion and energy, a reflection of Lila's own vibrant spirit. There were drawings of joy, sadness, and everything in between, each one telling a story. "Lila, these are incredible," Zia exclaimed, genuinely amazed. "You have such a talent for capturing emotions." "Thank you," Lila said, her cheeks flushing with pride. "That means a lot coming from you." Zia pointed to one drawing in particular. "This one, it feels so powerful. The colors you used really convey the emotion behind it." Lila beamed, her eyes lighting up. "That's the one I was most unsure about. It's supposed to represent feeling lost, but finding your way again. I wasn't sure if I captured it well. You definitely did, Zia assured her, reaching out to touch Lila's hand. It resonates deeply. You have a gift, Lila. Their fingers lingered together, and Zia's heart raced at the connection. In that moment, everything felt electric, charged with potential and unspoken feelings. Do you want to create something together? Lila suggested, breaking the silence but still holding Zia's gaze. Absolutely, Zia replied, excitement bubbling inside her. They decided to collaborate on a mural of their own in the courtyard, a blend of their styles and emotions. With paintbrushes in hand, they began to create, laughter echoing as they splattered paint playfully at each other and mixed colors to form new shades. As they painted, Zia felt the world around them fade, the worries of life slipping away. The mural transformed into a vibrant representation of their connection, swirling colors and intertwining shapes that told their story. When they finally stepped back to admire their work, the sun dipped low in the sky, casting a golden glow over the mural they had created together. It's beautiful, Lila breathed, her eyes shining with awe. Just like you, Zia said softly, the words escaping before she could stop herself. Lila turned to her, surprise flickering in her gaze. Zia. In that moment, Zia felt a rush of courage. I like you, Lila. More than a friend should. Lila's expression softened, a smile spreading across her face. I feel the same way. I've been wanting to tell you, but I didn't know how. Zia's heart soared at Lila's confession. Then let's stop hiding. Let's be more than friends. With that, they stepped closer, their faces inches apart. Zia felt a thrill of anticipation as Lila leaned in, their lips meeting in a sweet, tentative kiss. It was a gentle exploration, a confirmation of the bond they had forged through art and laughter. As they pulled away, laughter filled the air, a sound of pure joy. Wow, Zia said breathless. That was amazing. Yeah, it really was, Lila replied, a smile lighting up her face. In that enchanting courtyard, surrounded by their creation, they knew they had embarked on a new chapter of their story, one filled with love, creativity, and a vibrant future that awaited them. Together, they would paint the colors of their dreams, hand in hand, exploring the beautiful adventure of life on Cromera.